I wish my Disney cup had like, I wish this was vodka or something.
Wait, how do I know it's not?
Welcome to the Digital Marketing Secrets Show with Carlos A. Vasquez, where we share actionable strategies and tactics to grow businesses, no matter what industry you're in. Now your host, Carlos A. Vasquez.
What's up, Myleen?
I love how you said my last name like so exotic, because I like to say
It
it
is
very American. I say Obando.
Why?
And everyone I know. Oh, I don't know why. I guess, it's like the Pennsylvania in me. I'm like, oh, it's Obando. And everyone's like, Obando.
Well, you know what?
Like
My last name is Vasquez, but I grew up with my last name. I grew up saying my name as Vasquez. And then my wife, being Latina, she says, your last name is not Vasquez, it's Vasquez. I'm like, oh, okay, well, happy wife, happy life. So if it makes my wife happy, I'm gonna keep it going.
We're gonna alter my last name. Boom.
So I mean, she's okay with Carlos Vasquez, not Carlos Vasquez.
She's gonna rename you. Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, so I get you. So Myleen, do you want me to say Obando? I'll say Obando.
Whatever suits. All right, we're in South Florida, so add the Latin to it.
Está bien. Okay, well today I wanted to bring you on board because you recently just launched not one but two e-commerce stores, and I've been working with you, I would say, since I guess close to a year now. We met virtually last year, and you were. Listen, in the marketing space, it's hard to find people that actually know what they're doing, right? I mean, it's just a reality. And then every time I meet a marketer, I'm very skeptical. Like, I don't know what kind of marketer do they think they are, whatever. But you never gave me that vibe. You gave me this vibe where like, okay, well, I found someone finally that knows probably more than I do on a whole different vertical. And I've been trying to keep in contact with you ever since, because it's hard to find. It's like a little gem to find other marketers just like you. So, and you've had a ton of success, and I know you've been working for years in the marketing space. I mean, can you tell me how you got into marketing? First of all, what brought you to this point?
I actually got into marketing by accident.
Like everyone.
Yeah, so I graduated high school and here in South Florida, and I moved to Philadelphia to pursue my art degree in mixed media art and art education. So I got a job as an assistant in an advertising agency. I somehow sold myself to this advertising agency. It's very boutique down in Philadelphia. And that's where my marketing career started. I learned, everything about marketing and advertising, doing campaigns. They had a TV production company. I learned about TV production. I produced some shows for the local Comcast network. At 18, I somehow magically was able to do this. And that's when I really realized that I had a gift. I had this gift of creating, helping people realize that they don't want a product or service, but they actually need a product or service, and being able to highlight, the benefits of obtaining what it is that they need, and really playing with the psychology of all of it, and the whole behavior of consumerism, which we've always said that, I feel like we've kind of as a culture ingrained consumerism as a negative thing, but I mean, that's what we do. We work to acquire stuff. So yeah, that's how I got started. And so I did marketing and advertising, since then, since 18. And I am not telling you my age. We're not going there.
I would say, well, you've been doing it for 2-3 years now, right? Because
I'm a spring chicken on that, man. I've been on the block for a minute.
So then are you doing this full time now as a marketer? I mean, I know the answer, but the person that's watching this video.
So I was in corporate for for about over 10 years, a little over 10 years, in corporate, working at ad agencies, working for Carnival Corps. I worked,
cruise line?
I worked for the cruise line for a while. I worked for private airports. So definitely like the hospitality niche. I loved working in the hospitality niche and working in those little niches, those little demographics. Like general aviation is such a huge industry, but it's not a common one. Like not everybody flies their own airplane. Right. So, all that fun stuff and being able to learn co-marketing, co-branding, and all those synergies and cross-pollination, a lot of fun with that. And then of course, I got crazy, got married, had some kids, and I decided to stay home. Hoorah. Yeah, man. Hoorah. So, I got crazy and I decided that I was gonna, have a family, and I quit my corporate job, to be a full-time stay-at-home mom. That lasted like 6 months. So I realized very quickly that babies sleep a lot, and I'm just not domestic. And that's where my epiphany came as an entrepreneur, because I was like, I was just not liking it. I was like, I'm not cut out for this. But I was like, but I know how to make money, and really learning how to design my life, with my gifts and my talents to, for the new stage, the new season in my life of being a mom. And so, I've been a marketer, entrepreneur, mompreneur, all those other labels, like, hashtags, for the last 9 years. And it's been such an exciting ride, because I've really just kind of like just like I fell into marketing, I kind of like fell into, being an entrepreneur, in marketing. And it's just been exciting ever since. And I've been working in different industries too. So I started out with licensed artists and teaching licensed artists how to brand their blogs. And it's so much diverse.
There's the kiddos in the back.
There's the kiddos in the back.
That's the challenge. Yeah. I mean, that's the
that's the challenges of working from home.
And there he is. There's the kiddos in the back. Hey.
Yeah, Macy, want to say hi? Macy, can you go get me your iPad and I'll hook you up with a timer? And that's how you get work done, guys. You hook your kids up with a YouTube timer.
I gotta bring you back on for that one. You gotta teach us about the whole timers. I don't know much, but my kids are a little bit older now, and if I could do that with my pets, that'd be a lot better, because
don't worry, I'll be changing the password later. So yeah, the key to dealing with small children and making money is YouTube Kids with lots of filters and timers.
Let me write that down. YouTube Kids with timers. I'm not gonna forget.
Timers and filters.
YouTube Kids, timers, and filters. All right, so I am writing that down, and if it wasn't for the fact that I have to finish this episode, I'm gonna just put that on the back burner. Okay, so
put that in the back. Put it on. Smack it on a Post-it. So then,
all right. So now.
Yes. Now I've definitely really come like full circle. Where I am I provide a service. And one of my frustrations was providing a service. People can't use their senses, and it's a process. And even though how we met through Alex with Launch in 2 days, and Alex is a genius being able to condense the branding process from like a 6, 8, 12-month process into 2 days and really eliminate that procrastination. Most people are not accustomed to that, or it takes a certain individual to be able to do that. And, it's just, at the end of the day, it's a service. You can't really use your senses and see it until the final product is delivered. And that's why I got into e-com, because the key to entrepreneurship is having several revenue streams running at the same time. So you're not like sitting there dying every freaking month of, I got to go to this networking event and get six prospects. I got to go do, I got to get this video done so that way I can have an opt-in going on. I got to do this and I got to do that. Having those revenue streams really allow you to be strategic in how you're coming up, how you're showing up, and how you're providing and being of service to others. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're all doing. We're being of service to others. So being able to find those niches and generate revenue from those different streams really releases the stress of, I got to meet my quota so that way I can play this game again for the next 30 days. For the next 30 days. That's
like almost the equivalent of living paycheck to paycheck, prospect to prospect, basically. So that's super stressful. So then, all right. So then, is that what made you decide to get into e-commerce specifically?
So what got me into e-com was actually this couple that I've been watching. They're marketers as well, and like you were saying in the beginning, as a marketer, you kind of get skeptical when you meet other marketers because you're like, do you really know what you're talking about? And it's not, not trying to like put anybody down or anything, but it's just like you get wary. Like you're just like, okay, marketing is so diverse. Like I do not call myself a digital marketer at all. I specialize in branding. Branding, PR in a way. The content for me is key. So I take the different disciplines in marketing that appeal to me, and that's where I show up for my clients. Mm-hmm. I definitely don't sell, automation or digital marketing, Facebook ads and stuff like that, because that is not my wheelhouse. That is like beyond my bandwidth.
Yeah, there's a ton of people. There's a ton of people that learn a trick on YouTube and then they start selling the service that belongs to that trick, and that's it. They think they're an expert because they've had success with this one little trick, but that's it. That's where it stops. And that's why it's so easy to get a bunch of posers ruining the marketing space because they're just a one-trick pony, basically.
Yeah. And the thing is that, yeah, definitely learn the one trick, master the one trick, sell it all freaking day long, but keep it in that one lane. Don't sell yourself out with all these other disciplines. Because at the end of the day, and that's why I love meeting other marketers like you and Alex and whatnot, because we all have our disciplines. We all have our one trick. We've mastered our one trick. And then by us all collaborating and understanding and coming to the realization and respect that we all have our one trick and collaborating and whatnot and teamwork, so to speak, we are able to provide, something tenfold that the client never even thought possible. Gotcha. And that it works, so happy client, happy life, happy bank account.
So who are the two? Isn't it, is it Robin and Mike? Or what's the name of the couple?
Robin and Mike Pashada. They're freaking killer, man, in digital marketing. So I got to give them their kudos, and they're doing e-com and so I've been following. I've met Robin and Mike a couple years ago through Women's Prosperity Network, we've been following each other ever since. And Robin used to post and she still does, about her e-com success. So I've been watching this for a while. I'm like, man, this is really cool. Like I'm wondering what's going on. And my marketing business was thriving. I was doing my happy dance every month. I had my clients and whatnot, and Hurricane Irma actually came and destroyed my house. Mm-hmm. So I went from thriving marketing business to no business at all because I had to put my house back together. So like I literally would come every day and work on my house for like 4 months.
Wow.
So that was a lot of fun.
I'm not even a handyman. I think my house would have stayed broken.
Well, I mean, we were like looking at the rafters, literally. Like it was like, oh, hello, attic.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So the blessing is that my husband has no honey-do list right now. I have a brand new house. So we can thank Irma for that. And but that was really the motivation to really look into e-com. And the other motivating factor that I had was I have another business partner, Sharon Atta, who's a holistic practitioner. She's a holistic healer.